Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek Cupboard, I'm Penge and welcome back to Farm Manager World, where now on the lovely people's farm we've got fish, we've got smoked fish, we've got frozen fish, we've got shrimp, but can we make some very tasty shrimps in sauce? That's the question that people around the world are asking, or maybe it was just possibly one person that might have thought it in passing, I'm not quite sure, but whatever the case, I would like to get that done, because that means that we're using our shrimps for something else. At the minute, we're just sort of collecting them and then we're selling them on eventually when we get a big enough pile, but we're not really doing anything else fancy with them. The fish, so our lovely carp and our lovely trout, they're being frozen and they're being smoked, which is good, and it's making us some lovely farm manager monies. But yeah, the shrimp aren't really sort of doing anything else, so it would be good if we could get the shrimps in sauce on the go. That would be quite nice. However, that does require a little bit of effort over here. So we need to get these grown. So we need to get some carrots so we can put them into the mix for the lovely shrimps in sauce. And then also we need some jalapenos. It's got to be a spicy sauce. We need to get that sorted as well. And at the moment, where are we with those? So they're waiting to pH fertilize the jalapenos, and I think next door they're waiting to plant the carrots. So they're getting there, it's getting sorted, it's just taking a while. And I think, yeah, we've ordered in the oranges. So I think we've got the oranges because, yes, it requires carrots, jalapenos, shrimps, and oranges. And we can provide the shrimp, we can grow the carrots and the jalapenos, but the oranges might be a little bit of a step too far. So we're kind of ordering those in, but that's fine. So I would like to get that done if we could. That'd be quite fun. However, as we can see here, the numbers of fish that we've got are quite low. We haven't got any trout meat at all, and we've got very little in terms of carp meat. So I think maybe, before we go and do anything else, I think around here we get another couple of little sort of fishing pond thingamajigs in. Maybe one to just, get a few more trout on the go, and another one to maybe have some more carp. And that might just help keep those numbers up a little bit rather than going down to zero, because then we're going to get all sorts of pesky errors over here. So I think that's what we do. And have we got room in that house? No, we haven't. Is there a house where we have got room? Yeah, this one down here, actually. That one. That's got two people in for the logistics thing next door, but that's it. So I wonder then, rather than putting them there, do we put them here? And then leave that for more sort of production building thingamajigs. I think that's what we'll do. I think that sounds like a good plan. So first things first, let's get a road. Let's bring it all the way along here. Possibly, hang on, if we put that in like that, can we then run that down past the side of that silo? There we go. Right, that's quite good. And then look at this. Look at me remembering to do power stuff. Wow, it's amazing. We'll put a power thing in just there to connect up to that one, and then we will have another power thing all the way over here to connect up to that one. Okay, right, there we go. So anything along here will now have power, which is very handy. And then let's get a few of these in. So yeah, fish farms. They're very cheap. It doesn't really matter. As we've already sort of seen, the money is largely immaterial now. So we're just sort of now, I feel like the lovely people's farm is here. We make enough money. The money is fine. The money's coming in. So really, I just want to try to get, one of everything on the go. That would be quite good, wouldn't it? Just try and get lots of different production buildings in, get all the different animal buildings in, just, try and get a good variety of things up and running on the farm. And that, I think, will be quite good. But yeah, let's get some more of these in. I mean, maybe, do we get two of each? Do we get two more trout farms and two more carp farms? I think that would be okay. I think we can definitely do that. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Run time on, because it'll take a little while to get them put together. Although not that long. They're not very tall. I think the length of time it takes to build things in this game is determined by their height. Because, yeah, the buildings with the big chimneys on take forever to build. But these are relatively short, I think. So I think that'll be it. There we go. They'll vanish off the roof. Then they take the thingamajigs down. And then, hopefully, there we go. Okay, sorted. Wonderful. And we're going to do something a bit different here. So normally, when I've been hiring people, I've been going to the house. So you go, right, there we go, the fish pond logistics house. And I've been pressing hire, and then we find a person, and then we go to, say, this building here, and we assign that person. But somebody in the comments said that we can do it the other way round. So the person is automatically assigned to that particular building. And that means that they don't then start running off to do other things. Like we saw last time. Somebody last time, I forget where they were, but we hired a person and then they sort of immediately dashed off and started working in a field, I think it was. And we wanted them to be assigned to a production building. So I think, yes, if we do it this way round, it kind of removes that potential problem. So, okay, so workers here. So we click on this, so there's no staff available, and now we get to hire somebody. Okay, so somebody good at looking after animals, Lottie Smith. Okay, and you can go into the fish pond logistics house, so it must pick the nearest one, and that one is the nearest house with vacancies. So, right, we will have you, and I think that's it then. Yes, look, she's assigned to work in that place, and she's now living over here in that house. Well, there we go. Armed with that new approach, let's go and sort these out. So, yeah, nobody in there. Let's hire a person. And, yeah, we've got you, Faith Willis. You can come in and immediately you're working there. This is wonderful. Anybody else, though? Have we got any other animal people? No. That's a little bit disappointing. But, okay, right. So, we now need to put something over here. So, what have we got just here? We've got... oh, hang on. What needs to be near this thing? So it's these, isn't it? So hang on, what's in there? Oat. So do they all eat oat? Yes, okay, they're all on the oat. Okie doke, that's fine. Right, so we can just have anything then. I think it should be fine with anything. Because the barns and warehouse have quite a sort of big range on them. Okay, so yeah. We'll match these, so these are trout. Okay, so we shall go to here and we shall buy in a great number of trout, but not as many as we could possibly buy. Okay, do that. We can buy 50 trout for there. So, okay, boop. Trout sorted, excellent stuff. That's now looking good. And they've got the first 4 things. So that one, that one, that one, and that one. Marvellous. And then here... we might need to do something a little bit different because we haven't got enough trout. So let's buy as many trout as we can and then just buy some young trout. I don't know why I didn't do that before because, of course, the young trout will then grow up because that's what happens. That's kind of, aging and entropy and such. And they'll grow up and then just become, adult trout, fully grown trout. I don't know why I didn't do that with the other ones, but there we go. Never mind. So we'll do that, please. So that will have that sorted out, and then we need to give them their food. And there we go, that's okay. And then, yes, these 2 are currently going to be empty, but they're going to be carp. And yes, down here, we've got the silo, which does reach very handily those 2 things there. Okay, right, that's good news. So I think, yeah, we need to run time on, because we need to get some people working in here. So when does that thing refresh? It has not refreshed yet. Let's just keep trying, shall we? Oh, hang on, no. I want to hire somebody. All these people have popped up saying hello. No, I want to hire somebody. There we go. Isla Lawrence and Noah Mann. So Noah Mann, you can go into that one. And then over here, we will have, let's hire a new person. Oh, hang on. Or Lois Burton. I mean, money is no object, but Lois Burton is cheaper. And we might as well save a tiny bit of money every month. So yeah, boop, there we go. I'm sure there'll be jobs elsewhere on the farm if you hang around. And then yes, over here, we want 50 carp. Lovely. And then over here, we will buy 49 carp and 1 little baby carp, which is nice. They can all look after the baby carp. And what do the carp have? So the carp have, so like that shape there. So like a sort of a T. So boop, 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 and boop. And then just here, boop, 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 and boop. Lovely. Right. So now hopefully when that sort of all kicks in and they've got their food and such like all prepared, I think we should see these numbers maybe not flying up, but they will increase, which will be quite good. Oh, and also we've got some waste. Hooray! Some stuff has gone mouldy. Brilliant. Okay. And already that waste has gone, and we're turning it into compost to put into our greenhouses, which is very good. And yet over here we've got the smoke houses. What's that complaining about? Oh yes. Yeah. The lack of trout and the lack of carp. But we are trying to rectify that. We've sort of got a bit of a solution on the go for that. So yeah, we've got ourselves 4 more ponds of fish over here. So that should hopefully sort that out. If not, possibly we could get even more in. We could get some more of the fish pond things in. But I think once they've had time to kind of bed in and get all their food in properly, that should be okay. Oh, hang on. What's the issue here? Lupine. Lupine. Oh, it's going into there, of course. Yep, hang on. No, that's fine. 1,000 into there, please. There we go. Right, that's much better. That's much better. Have we got... Yes, 6 out of 8 workers. Okay, so there's 2 spots left in that house. I am thinking, and I know we've got one just here, but I'm thinking maybe we get another logistics building just to help move things around even quicker. Because around here is quite busy. These are going to gather quite a lot of fish, and then, yeah, that's what, 12 little sort of fishing pond things. So I'm going to have to move all the stuff from here, come and grab all these and move them around. So an extra 2 people driving around in the delivery trucks would actually be quite useful. That might be quite a handy thing. So I think let's get another one of those in, shall we? Let's go to here, get a logistics building, pop it in next to that barn. There we go. And then, yeah, we'll get another 2 people to live here that can work in there. And that fills up those houses, which is good. I realised, by the way, hang on, we'll get this done first. We need to put some decorative things in because there's a little sort of row of things down here where we can't put anything. We're not going to fit anything except decoratives. So put some nice sort of plants and things along there. I mean, yeah, look, people are walking quite a long way. Why are you all walking? Can we not, like, give you, I don't know, like bicycles? Can you not have bicycles? Or get you some segways? Or some little sort of, what they call hoverboards, so they don't hover, and that's a bit of a weird name for them, but the little things where you sort of stand on them and tilt your feet and you sort of, you know, poot along nice and quick. Can we not get some of those for our people? I feel like them walking about is probably not the most effective way to do things on a farm of this scale. Okay, right, here we go. So we need to hire some people, people that are good at shipping, and thankfully we've got 2. Okay, so Skylar Mann and Archie Hamilton, in you 2 come, and I imagine they're living down here. 8 out of 8, perfect. Okay, so hopefully that will then help out a little bit. We can move stuff around a bit quicker, we can get all the trout sort of meat moved around, we can get the cart meat moved around a bit quicker, and that should just make things a little bit more effective, which would be quite nice. Okay, right, that's good. Let's have a quick look at this. Not enough resources, not enough straw? Really? Really? We always have loads of straw. We're not auto-trading straw, are we? I don't think we should be. If anything, we should be buying it in, potentially. I think we did once auto-trade it, but I think we sort of decided that we need to keep it to make silage. We must have gone through... hang on, let's clear some of these things out. We don't need to look at the waste anymore, and the frozen fish is fine. That's okay. Keep an eye on those things. And also keep an eye on the shrimps in sauce. Because it's our ultimate goal to have a delicious shrimp dish on the go. Okay, yeah, straw. Just there, straw. So we've got entirely none. Entirely no straw. I am very surprised. I mean, maybe once we get our first harvests in, that might actually help with that. That should probably top that up. So for now, that might be an issue. Yeah, not enough sunflower, not enough colza, not enough waste, not enough carrots, not enough jalapenos, not enough buckwheat in large silo 4. Okay, not enough jute. That error message has been there for so long. It's just been there forever. Although, we are now growing the jute. It's going to take a while, but they are growing it, so that's exciting. Not enough flax. Not enough flax. In barn 1, you don't have enough resources. I rather think we do. That'll change in a bit as well. And then, yeah, I'm going to trout meat, and there's a disease threat. Okay, so a few technical issues around the lovely people's farm. But for the most part, it's sort of all okay. It's kind of sort of fine-ish. What's that problem in there, then? I've got enough buckwheat. Okay. I mean, is it worth? We do have a very large colza field there. Maybe just here, we could get another buckwheat field. Just pop that in. I think that might be quite a good idea. If we run that across, look. There we go. Pop that in like that. And then we'll soil survey around here. Oh, crikeys. Hang on. Is the hill getting in the way? think it might be. We'll do that. Okay, so soil survey that. Scintillating soil science on the go. It looks good. Oh, that looks very good. Okay, right, so the soil around here is looking very nice. So if we then say, I'd like a new field, please, we can put it to... Yeah, we can't put it to there. I assume because of that hill, the apparent hill. So if we just put that there, we don't need a road to go around the edge, or do we? Do we need a road? Do we need that road to come through here, or is it okay for them to just kind of drive around? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. This is a bit silly, actually. Hang on, can we just get rid of that? Get rid of that, because that's just going to lead down to a hill that we can't do anything with anyway. So get rid of that, and then maybe we could just make it like as long as possible. We could bring it all the way out to, say, yeah, there. That'll do. So yes, like that, and boop. We will analyse... Do you know what? We'll just do all of this. Just analyse as much as we can, because we've got loads of money. It doesn't really matter. Right, do that. There we go. Oh, it gets a bit rubbish over here, but that's fine. Don't need to worry too much about that. They do some soil stuff. And then over here, we can say, yes, please. I would like some lovely buckwheat. Thank you very much. We shall fit a pump, of course. Fertilizer can be nice manure. And, okay, so pH 6 to 7. So 6.5 would be ideal. Thank you so much. And then nitrogen 80 to 120. So 100 would be spot on. So it's a little bit high. It's a little bit high in terms of nitrogen, but we can sort that out. And then moisture's already sorted, and the temperature is what it is. Right, there we go. So another field for our people to work on, but I think they'll be okay. I think they should be fine. Right, and there we go. That should help with buckwheat. There we go. Oh, look at that. Lots of lovely trout meat just came in. I mean, okay, it came in and then went right back out again, but we did have some for a little while. Yay! And look at that. Already they're down here sorting out the new field that we've only just kind of zoned out. Any excuse for them to get into a tractor and drive up and down a field. And you know what? I don't blame them. It looks like quite a fun thing to do. So they're going to get that sorted, which is wonderful. How are we doing with our shrimps in sauce? This is our new thing, the new obsession. So over here, the carrots are growing 50-something days. This is good. And then the jalapenos are also growing, but that's going to take some time. 62 days. So it's going to take around 50 days. Are we growing carrots over here? Eventually, yes, but not right now. Okay, so the issue is, of course, I think we might be auto-trading carrots at some point. It's going to be an early thing. I bet we are auto-trading them away. We flip back to the top of the list. Carrots. Where are you? Maybe we're not auto-trading carrots. Maybe the carrots is what keeps going off and turning into waste. Because I thought we were auto-trading them away, but we are not. Okay. No, that's possibly fine then. That's probably okay. That's not so much of an issue. And yes, we're storing the carrots over here, hopefully. I mean, why don't we just let's put 1,000 of those things in. 1,000. There we go. That'll do. Put 1,000 strawberries in as well. Why not, eh? Let's go crazy. And then I think what we might do is, because it's going to take a very long time to get them in, why don't we, for now, just buy... There are quite a lot of suggested products. We're not going to buy waste, because that's silly. We're not going to buy sunflowers, because that way madness lies. Jute we're growing, flax we're growing, colza we're growing. We are growing a lot of these things. Straw we'll get momentarily, but these here, yeah, we can't do much about these. So 600 and 600 isn't going to make much in the way of lovely, lovely shrimps in sauce. So how about we buy 5,000? Let's buy... Oh, is that a bit much, actually? Is that going to go off, possibly? Let's buy 2,500. There you go. 2,500. I'm not bothered about the cost. It matters not to us because we have so many farm manager monies. Our house is full of them. So yeah, we'll buy that. And maybe soonish, once those things arrive, we can see them in here, possibly. So yeah, if we change that to available... That shows us what we have in there, which is very handy. Thank you, commenting people, for pointing that out. So we can see what's in there. So at some point soon, when the delivery trucks arrive and such, we should see carrots and jalapenos appearing in here, which is going to be exciting. I think a truck just appeared to take stuff out of there, which is also good. But yes, I'm keeping an eye on this. We've got the oranges. The oranges are sitting there absolutely fine, but we can't do much else with them. Come on, give us our things. I imagine they should arrive in here, because, we want to store 1,000 and 1,000, so we should eventually put stuff into there, but it's just taking a while. Oh, I thought that was going to drop it up. Are you dropping it off? Are any of these people dropping off the stuff we want? No, there's lots of little trucks pootling about, which is great. That's good to see, but none of them are doing what we want them to do. Bring me my carrots and my chili peppers, please. Come on, you. No, not you either. Okay, somebody will drop them off at some point, possibly, maybe, in the dim and distant future. That'd be nice. Oh, hang on a minute, hang on. Look at that. They've put them directly into the food processing plant, I think. They've kind of done away with the middleman of the warehouse, and they've gone, do you know what? You need these things, food processing plant, because we all want some lovely, delicious, tasty shrimps in sauce. So let us just drop those things off directly to you. I think that's what's happened, because, look, we've made some. We've actually got some. We've got 200 lots, 200 bowls, 200 kilograms, I don't know, but 200 lots of shrimps in sauce. Oh, this is brilliant news. Okay, that's really good. That is very, very good. I'm happy about that. So all we need now, and I think they've gone out of here, look. They've gone back out of here. So at some point, they will appear in some of, I don't know, one of the sale house things. I don't quite know how it works, but they'll appear in a location where we can sell stuff from, and then we can check the price. And that'll be quite exciting. And already, look, we're making more. We are making more of this. Oh, this is brilliant. Okay, what we might need to do is to keep that ticking over until we've grown our own stuff, and to keep it going while the other stuff keeps growing, obviously, we might need to set up an auto trade to buy some of those in. So purchase until we have 1,000 of those, and carrots, please. Yes, purchase until we've got 1,000 carrots. There we go, 1,000 kilograms or whatever it is, units of. So that should keep them ticking in, so that can keep on making lovely, lovely food. Right, okay, and then can we see how much that is? Are they in one of the sale place things yet? No, they're sort of in transit somewhere. They're in transit. Okay, right, run time on, because they won't get automatically sold. Everything else will, I think. Loads of other things will be sold automatically, but they won't be. So let's see. Let's see how profitable and lucrative our lovely shrimps in sauce are. If somebody ever moves them to our house or another warehouse or some sort of logistics building or whatever else, I don't know. They're here, look. They're there. Come on, come on. Put them up here so we can check the price, because I want to see how much money we can potentially make. Now it's got up to 400, which again is good. And we've got some straw. We've got some straw, which is very, very good. I mean, it's coming down. I imagine that's been depleted to give to animals and to, make silage and all that kind of stuff. But that's good as well. Happy about that. So that's looking good. Got some jalapenos. Buying more of those in at some point. And here we go. Right. The 200 lots of shrimps in sauce are going to make 46,724 farm manager monies. They sell for 233.62. Oh my goodness me. Okay, right. That is super profitable. That's amazing. Wow. Okay, right. Now we know that's a thing. We can then auto trade those away. Shrimps in sauce. I mean, we'll have a bit first, of course, to, taste test it to make sure that they are delicious and lovely. And yeah, I would like that actually. And then, yeah, once we've had a little taste, we shall just sell it all, because we might as well. Okay. Right, there we go. So that is now doing something, and these eventually will contribute to that doing stuff. That's going to be quite good. And then in the meantime, we can just buy the stuff in. We can buy the carrots and buy the jalapenos in to make sure that we can carry on working on the shrimps in sauce. Okay, summer is here. My only concern is the fish sort of stocks here are still looking quite low. Trout meat and carp meat looking particularly low. Okay. Are we able... Hang on. What's the gap over here? Have we got a gap? Oh, please say that's big enough. Can we fit in a house? Botherations, no. No, we can't. I thought that might have been too wide for some reason, but no, it's one wide. Oh, that's a nuisance. I was hoping to fit in another worker house over here and then just get another couple of fish pond things in, because these numbers are okay, but they do keep dipping down to 0, which means that, yeah, we're going to get a shortage, and that's going to cause problems, supply and demand and all that. So, okay, we might get another couple of those in. I don't think we can get anything over here. So, yeah, I don't want to put them in here, though, because that's for all of our production stuff. I mean, look, this bit here, look. This is the sort of the busy, beating industrial heart of our factory, of our farm. This is like the busy, important bit with all the machinery and the smokestacks and, you know, things are going on. This bit here, all sort of, you know, nice and natural and green and, yeah, I imagine relatively peaceful-ish. Yeah, the tractor's going to make a bit of noise, but, you know, I imagine it's quite serene, nice. Over here, a little bit more noisy, bit more sort of factory-ish. And I kind of want that bit to be also full of factories. I don't really want there to be fish pond things. So maybe we could... are those numbers coming up, though? No. Are those numbers coming up, he says, and they both go down to 0? I think that maybe that answered the question there. Okay, so we do need some more of those. Maybe just one of each, possibly? Or do we get hang on. What we could do is put a worker house here, road coming down here, another 4 fish pond things, and then that should be enough. That should be enough for Fish Town. I'd like to think it would be anyway. Are the other things still the same? Oh, hang on. Tomatoes are going to go off, but that's probably fine because then it turns into waste and that's something else we can do. So that's quite fun. Right. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to do that. So bring a road down here. We are also going to go and do something that I said we were going to do. Hang on. We'll get this road in. Okay, good. Right. Over here, we've got a sort of a 1 row thing down here, 1 row gap, where we can maybe put lots of decoratives. Not trees. Can't put trees in there for some reason. That's not allowed. Trees need lots of room for some reason. But we can put in lots of these. The only thing is, yeah, this is going to take quite a long time. If I want to line it, look, like this, you can't just sort of, I don't think you can click and drag. I think you have to put each one on individually. So yeah, this might take a while because this is quite a long thing. So let me just do lots of clicking and line this with exactly the same planter across the entire thing. Oh, we're near at the end anyway. Okay, I'll just keep waffling on. So yeah, it is a bit weird that it's exactly the same planter. The same plants in the same size, the same shape. But yeah, that's fine. Right, like that. One like that. One like that. And there we go. That's quite nice, look. So all these people making that quite lengthy journey, walking up and down here, they'll see that and yeah, it'll put a smile on their face. And then, yes, over here, these worker houses haven't got anything nice outside of them. So you can have that. You can have one of those. You can also have one of those. And then you can have a different one. You can have that one. Again, utterly massive. Like a gigantic plant pot. And then, yeah, you've got a bit of space over here where you could put something. How about... I love the way that counts as decoration. What a lovely piece of decoration, this old crate. They can look out the back and see some decoration over here, look. In a tasteful art style. Because who doesn't love looking at old wooden pallets and thinking, oh, that's lovely decor, that is. My eyes have been treated to such a beautiful sight. No, we'll put some of these in. We'll have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then get some of those, actually. They're quite nice. Just go 1, 2, 3, and then 1, and 2, and 3. Right, marvellous. That'll do. That's okay. That should be fine. And then... over here, we want to get the other worker house. Now, the only thing is, I feel like we need to get a road just cutting along there. And because I now do sometimes remember this, on the off chance, that can connect to there. And then we'll get another power thingamajig So coming through to there-ish. And then another one, if I press the right button, which would help, all the way down to there and to there. Boop. Okay, right, good. So they're all connected up. That one is a bit wonkaloid, but it's fine. They'll sort it out. And then we need another worker house. There we go. Pop that in. And then while they're working on that, we will get in, I think by the look of it, just one of each should do. One there and one there. I think that should just help top the numbers up a little bit. They're looking okay right now, but they can come tumbling down, I think. So just one more of each, and that should be okay. Yeah, look, they're not coming down to 0 just yet, he says. Now waiting for them to tumble down to 0 at any point. But no, they're sort of looking okay. So this will then make sure that we don't run out. That should be fine. There we go. So go to here, assign staff. No. Oh, crikey, the list is big. Right, hire somebody else. Animal people. Not one. 12 people have come forward. So, hey, can I work on your farm? Not one is good at working with animals. Oh dear. Right, we need to have words with the agency again. Because they're not sending us the finest list of people. I mean, yeah, it's okay. It's okay, but it could be better, couldn't it? Right, okay, can we hire a new person? Hire anybody. Hey, there we go, finally. Right, Molly Grant. Yet more production housing, yay. Where's that? Yet more... That's all the way over here, isn't it? Yet more production housing, yay. That's over there somewhere. No. We want this. What do we call this? Fish and also production, maybe, question mark? I don't know. Right, that'll do. So go for that. And then no, not that. Fish and also production, maybe. Yeah, that's what we want. Although I've changed it on the wrong person. But okay, so you, fish and also production, maybe. Yes, you can come in. Welcome aboard. And then over here, we will... hire a new person. Anybody else? Come with one person. No. That's now 24 people that have come forward to us, I think. And one of them has been good at working with animals. Well, isn't that good? There you go. Yeah, look, the trout's down to 42. So, is that trout? Yes. Okay, so buy trout. 44, max out on the young trout. Boop. And... yep, come out of that, thank you. They've got the top 4 across here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's okay. Bit concerned about that. Bother. Okay. Are they going to be able to have the right amount of food and such? This is becoming a bit of a pain. Are they just out of reach? Botherations. Okay, right. So oat and lupine. But they don't need as much as that other one. Okay, fine. Logistics. We only need a small one. A gas tank. Oh, okay. I would like to get that done at some point. I'd like to create our own sort of fuel and such. I will put that there. And they magically appear. Don't quite know why they magically appear. So lupine and... where is it? Oat. And store 1,000 in there. Store 1,000 in each one of those. So that should cover those. And then, yeah, these things should be near enough. Right. That's that sorted then. So you can work on that. And... I mean, the carp... Oh, no, that's... Oh, there you go. That went... Look, they're both on 0. Okay, so a little bit more. Just help top up would be quite useful. Okay, so I was a bit concerned we were doing this for no reason. But no, it's all fine. Fish and also production, maybe. Reuben Wilkinson. In you go. You can help out over there. And there we go. Brilliant. That's that sorted. I'm very happy about that. Right. What else can we do? What else can we get up to? Because we've got all this stuff going on. So we don't need to track that anymore. Don't need to track that. Don't need to track straw. We're selling the shrimps in sauce. We got there in the end. And you know what? All the fish stuff, I think we're okay now. I think we're okay. What we could do is we could set up an auto trade to sell over, say, 2,000 shrimp. Because I think the shrimp do come in pretty quick. So let's sell over 2,000 of those. So sell above 2,000, please take that number quick. So yeah, we're not even selling that at the minute though. But that does sort of creep up we can sell the excess so they don't go mouldy and whatever. And even if they do go mouldy, we can turn them into compost. Right, there we go. Okay, so there are quite a lot of things we haven't got on the farm. And I'm thinking, production-wise, this is going to be a big thing. The bakery is going to be a big thing. That's going to require a whole new area, I think. A whole new bit of the farm where we grow wheat and various other things, all the different kind of stuff that you need to make bread and pasta and everything else. That's going to be quite good. Biorefinery. We could grow some corn. That'd be quite nice. Make lots of corn and then turn that into biofuel. That'd be quite fun. The mill, of course, to make the flour and such like. And then, we've got all these things as well. We've got the vegetable processing plant. We're not doing anything with that. So maybe, is it worth getting one of those in? Because we haven't got one. And we could, I don't know, maybe make some delicious tomato juice or something. Because the minute, look at that, we've got loads of tomatoes. And I think, do we auto-trade those away? We sell above 1,200 tomatoes. So possibly, is it worth... Where's the yet more production house yay thing? Whatever we called it. Who knows where these buildings are anymore? I don't know. Is it there? That's frozen food house. It's got to be around somewhere. That's the strawberry greenhouse house. There. Oh, it's only got one slot left. Oh, that's a bit naff, isn't it? That's not going to help very much. Okay, right. So we're going to have to build yet another worker house. But yeah, we could do that. We could maybe get one of those in and see what they can do as well. Because at the minute, I don't know what they can do. They can make tomato juice. They can make carrot juice. They can make what looks like sliced carrots. And then there's just sort of stuff in jars. One is like pickles or gherkins or whatever. But the other two, I'm not quite sure. I don't know what those things are. So I think let's get one of these in. Let's start processing vegetables, because who doesn't love some processed vegetables? And, rather wonderfully, they fit into that gap. Okay, right, that's good. I like that. So pop one of those in just there, please. We'll have one of them. Order a shiny new one of these. That might take a while. So, I think we'll do... In fact, hang on. Auto trade. Tomatoes. Purchase until we've got 1,000. So we shouldn't really run out because we do have greenhouses making those. But that should be fine. And in fact, you know what? If we are doing that, this bio one here, is it worth... Could we potentially... We're going to run out of stuff, aren't we? I was thinking, could we have one production line in the new building making regular tomato juice and another one making organic tomato juice? But I think we'd run out of the organic tomatoes pretty quickly. I don't know how many of those we get from a harvest in a greenhouse, but I imagine it's not that many. We could look at that. We can have a little look at that. That could be one of our 2 production line things. But here we go. Right, let's let them finish building the thing. They can do the little rooftop dance and get it sorted, and then we'll see what we can make in that new building. Right, there we go. They're taking down the scaffolding bits and bobs, and we've got a brand new building. Okay, so add a new line. 76,000 money is, again, largely immaterial. Right, so it takes 550 tomatoes, or kilograms of, to make 450 kilograms, units, litres, whatever, of tomato juice. Right, so I don't think we're going to be able to do anything with the bio stuff. I just don't think it's going to work. I think we probably get, 1,000-ish tomatoes, maybe that much. And maybe not even that, actually, because that's from both these greenhouses here. So, possibly, do we get rid of these? Just get rid of those and grow normal tomatoes and then just put them into the processing plant that we've just built. That, I think, might make a bit more sense. So that is what we're going to do. And then we just got more tomatoes. Yes, I would love to demolish that field. I'd like to put in some tomatoes, please, into the field where we're growing tomatoes. But yeah, what do we get? 1483 kilograms. So that's not even that much. That's not even that much, really, is it? That's enough for, just under 3 runs in the thing? Ish. Yes, just about. So enough to make 3 lots of the tomato juice. Right, so you do that. That'll be fine. So I've got to work on that. And then, yeah, now we need to get another worker house and everything else. Crikeys. Right, we'll have another one of these over here then. We have got a lot of workers now, by the way. We'll pop that in, I think maybe there, look. Because then if we need to, we can fit another one in. And I imagine it takes 4, does it? Yeah. Okay, right, that's fine. So like that. And, I mean, what are we going to call this? We're getting to the point where I'm not really sure what we can... Hang on, what are the other things that we can make? What are the other things? Okay, so we know that we're going to do this. We're going to make tomato juice. Both lines make tomato juice because we can do it. So we could turn cucumbers into pickles. Could turn carrots into carrot juice. We could have... Oh, it's cabbage. Into sauerkraut. Oh, I do like sauerkraut. Myself and Mrs. Penge went to Munich earlier this year, and I had sauerkraut there. It's very nice. I like sauerkraut. We could have soy cutlets. We could have frozen carrots. Okay, that's got a freezing mechanism in it. There's a frozen food building that does the same thing. It's a bit weird. We could make, bamboo shoot strips. That's what they are. What on earth is that? Pickled lotus stems. Lotus? Never seen that before. Pickled lotus stems. Hang on. Oh, hang on. That might be one of the new thingamajigs. There's a thing here. Cultivation pond. Used for growing aquatic plants. So I think that is where we grow things like lotus. Okay, that's quite interesting, isn't it? I don't know exactly what they do, but lotus stems. Okay, if we wanted to buy lotus stems, how much are they? 67.05. The demand on these is through the roof, I think, by the look of it. So nobody's growing that. So when it's only 31.05, and then to sell the pickled lotus stems, it's 67.05. So it's more than double for just pickling the stems. Is that nice? Again, this is something I've not really got any experience of. My initial thought is, I wouldn't particularly enjoy eating a pickled lotus stem. But it might be amazing. It might be a complete delicacy. I've got no idea. I would try it. I like a lot of food. I like all foods, but I like quite a lot of foods. And I'd certainly try it, but it's not something that I think, oh, do you know what I fancy? No, it's like, I fancy a cup of tea and a cake or some nice biscuits. Do you know what I fancy? I fancy some pickled lotus stems to snack on. It's not something I've ever thought of. But, okay. That's interesting. That might be something that we could look at next time. That's a whole new thing, isn't it? That just there, the cultivation pond, is something very new and very exciting. And I think it is part of the latest update to the game. I think that's a new thing. That's the newest sort of building that you can put in from the latest update. So that's interesting. I think we'll park that for now because we've got other stuff going on. But I think, yeah, we could do that next time. Maybe that could be the focus of our next video. So looking at, cultivation ponds and things. I mean, maybe they could go here. They could go just there. I was thinking about getting more orchards in over there. We could get another couple of orchards in because they make gigantic, huge piles of money and they're amazing. But I mean, maybe not. Maybe not there. We could put the cultivation ponds over here. This could be the sort of watery, aquatic bit of the farm, possibly. Okay. Right, we'll think about that in a bit, but okay, at least we know what that is. Fascinating stuff. Okay, we'll call this more production and veg plant house. There you go. Brilliant. That's perfect. And yeah, have we got 4 people that can work in here? Please tell me there's 4 of you. Do you know what? Go to hire. I imagine there's not going to be 4. We've got 1. But we don't want you to go into there. So, yeah, more production veg plant house. So, Kai Singh, in you come. And, okay, Austin Miller, in you come. So, 2. So, 50%. Oh, but look, people that work with animals. Who'd have thought it? So, there's 2 in there. And they're going to get on with that. And they're going to go to here for tomatoes. I think then... hang on. What are these doing? That's making buckwheat seeds. Organic buckwheat seeds. Because we did have quite a lot of that. And that's making the organic tomato seedlings. But I don't imagine they're going to make enough money. So what do we do with that? Okay, hang on. We're going to change this. Can we make... What have we got a lot of? What do we have a lot of? Can we just look at all of our things? Manager. There must be like a produce manager or something. Where's our total of things? Warehouse manager. Okay. Right, we've got 20 bajillion flax things. 20 bajillion kilograms of flax. So maybe what we could do is tell this to not do anything with tomatoes, but could you make some organic flax? That would be nice. So yeah, turn the regular flax into that. That would be aces, thank you very much. And that's going to use up a lot of, well, some of our huge amounts of flax. There we go. So I think we can go to here, take that out. Does flax... Oh, flax goes in a barn though, doesn't it? Flax goes in a barn. It doesn't go into here, which is a bit of a nuisance because it would have been ideal had it gone into there. Where's the nearest barn? The nearest barn is down here. Although we do have some flax in it. Do you know, that's not a priority thing though. That's okay. That can just carry on doing that. And that's okay. I'm not so bothered. They can just chip away at doing that. Okay. So we've sorted that out. That's good. So yeah, we'll save some tomatoes there. And yeah, then I think we'll put the tomatoes into here. So let's say tomatoes into there. Store 1,100, shall we say? Because I think it's 550 a time. So yeah, store 2 lots. 2 production runs. In fact, do you want to store a bit more? 1,500. There we go. And on the auto trade, we will buy... On tomatoes, got so many things on the auto trade now. So many things. We'll purchase until 1,500. There we go. That should keep things ticking over. And let's then check on tomato juice. We won't have made any yet, of course, because they've not got round to it. I think they've only just put some... Have they got any tomatoes in? Available? No, there's nothing in there. There is nothing in there right now. Although... It does look like quite a fun building. It's one of those. It's one of these. Hang on a minute. We've seen that. Isn't there a building with a conveyor that goes outside already? Have we seen one of those already? I thought we'd seen a building with a conveyor thing. Oh, here, look, just there. Yes. So the fruit processing plant has got like an exterior conveyor thing, which I think seems a silly idea because if it's raining, your cardboard boxes are going to get wet and go soggy. So, yeah, they've got lots of silo things, as you would imagine, store lots of stuff. And then, yeah, they've got this kind of outside conveyor, got a little forklift pootling about, driving around, grabbing crates and things. And then, yeah, just the main big blue building over here. And then, yeah, just the way in and out over here. Right, are they doing stuff? That's the big question. Let's tick time on pretty quickly. We are flying through the year. Also coming up to 26.5 million farm manager monies, and they're doing their first lot of stuff. Okay, so they've got some tomatoes, and looks like already we've gone through the supply. So hopefully, there we go. Look, some more coming back in. This is going to take quite a long time. They need to load that up again. They need another load of tomatoes in to keep this ticking over. Come on, you can do it. 174, 168, and 500. Yes. Okay, that should be enough. There's 500 in there. And I think, yeah, they're able to run to here, look, grab the tomatoes and chuck them in through the door. So I think, yeah, there we go. That should be enough to get that finished. Let's take a look then. Look, we are going to make 900, again, litres, boxes, cartons, bottles, kilograms, I don't know, 900 units of tomato juice. They've got loads in there now. Look at this. That's, you know, another run and a bit already in there, which is nice. And it's done. It's done. We've got 700 lots of tomato juice. Oh, this is exciting. This is good, isn't it? I like this. We're diversifying. We're making different things, which is just brilliant. I like that. So, yeah, okay. We'll wait for a while and then we'll check what money we can get for lovely fresh tomato juice that we've just made. that's just been made from tomatoes that are grown just round the corner in the greenhouses. I mean, possibly might have bought those ones in, I'm not sure, but they're still sort of local, fresh local tomatoes being changed into tomato juice. Let's see how profitable the juice is. Right, there we go, tomato juice, and it looks like it's in litres, and we get paid just over 12 farm manager monies per litre. So 600 litres that we've got now means it's going to make 7,308 farm manager monies, which I guess is okay. I mean, it's not as super profitable as some of the other stuff that we've got, but that's still okay. That's still quite good. I like that. And it's more profitable than just, selling tomatoes neat, as it were. So yeah, there we go. That's fine. We shall set up another auto trade for that. Nope, that's the wrong way to do it. This is the way to sort it. So yeah, sell all of that, please, and sell above 0, because that's like the finished product, isn't it? We can't do too much else with that. Right, there we go. That was pretty good. So is there anything else then we can do, say, with the food processing plant? Do we grow any of this other stuff? I don't think we do. We could potentially grow red peppers to mix them with the tomatoes. Or actually, we are going to make our own jalapenos you can mix them with tomatoes, but then we're using the tomatoes and jalapenos for other things. So that I don't think is going to fly. And then everything else is a bit fancy, isn't it? It's a bit fancy. Like organic regular rice noodles and pork and bamboo shoots. It's all a bit sort of fancy. Rice, nori, shrimps. I mean, the nori, I wonder, would you grow rice in the cultivation ponds? You don't put rice in a regular field, would you? Rice has got to be wet, hasn't it? You need a lot of water to grow rice. It's always soggy and wet. They're always sort of submerged quite a bit in a lot of water. So I wonder if in the cultivation pond things, you could grow rice and nori, which is like seaweed, I think. The nori is like the black bit there on the outside of the hosomaki sushi roll thing. So yeah, maybe you can grow those in the cultivation ponds. I think maybe the cultivation ponds are going to be quite a big thing. I hadn't really realised that. I hadn't thought about that. Okay, right, that's good. So yeah, I think that's definitely what we're going to look at next time. Let's just check everything else on the farm is sort of looking okay. So the plums, 33 days, apples, 68 days, apricots, 100 days, they take a little bit longer, 66. The pears, I think, are quite quick as well. Yeah, so the pears are about 40 days. So soon enough, we will have a lot of fruit again. And yet we'll just sell that on. We shall just sell that on in bulk. That'll be fine. Can't be bothered to sort of faff about changing our production things over here. That's going to be too much of a nuisance. However, the big thing I think is over here. 15 days until we can get some jute harvested. And that's going to be quite a big thing because we've waited multiple years to get that sorted. It's taken so long. Such a long time. Now, the only thing is, of course, if we look over here, we've got our 4 textile mills. That one is quite happily making a mixture of the alpaca wool and the wool felt. This one here, solely alpaca wool. That one there, alpaca wool felt, because flannel, because that makes a lot of money. But this one here is taking our flax and it's turning it into linen fabric. So we don't really want to interrupt this delicate ecosystem of powerhouse manufacturing because that'll sort of throw things off. I think this is working quite well. And of course that uses up some of our flax because we do have quite a lot of it on account of the 2 big fields. So maybe we could get another textile mill. I don't think one's going to fit just there. It would be perfect if one could fit there, but I don't think it's going to. But yes, if we could get another textile mill in and then staffed, that means that we could then, when that jute is ready, which won't be that long, we could start making the jute fabric stuff, which is what we want to do. So textile factory. No. It's one square overlapping, I think, onto that thing there. Okay, right, that's a nuisance, but understandable because they are quite big things. Okay, where can it go? Can it fit it? It can fit there, look. Okay, so if we put If we put it there, that then stops us building another one of those just there. So hang on. How big are these? This is going to require some fiddling about with roads and things. So they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're 8. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on a minute. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we put a road here, going up like that, there's a little bit there, which can we put a tree? Can we have a tree? Please say we can have a tree just there. Oh, long have we waited to have a tree. And boom, we've got a tree. Finally, we can have a tree in here. Oh, it's taken so long. Let's put a nice little sort of... the trees evaporated. No, take away the fence. Why are we not allowed a tree? Give us a tree. That tree's too big, game. Unlike the other one we had. It was a small tree. That tree is massive. Give us a small tree, game. Why are you giving us these gigantic trees now? Okay, whatever the case, we have a tree. Yay for the tree. It will no doubt vanish at some point soon. Right, and then get the textile mill in sideways like that. Fills that gap in. Perfect. And I think it's, 2 people. 2 people. So we could potentially get... Oh, hang on. We've not got all the people working in here. Oh dear, right, no, that's, okay, this could be way more efficient then. And more production and veg plant house. So Mohammed Hayes, in you come, and Evelyn Gibson, there you go, welcome aboard. Right, that's now fully staffed, so that should be even more efficient. That's a good thing. But then, we've got 2 people. 2 people coming into work there. So we need, I think, yet another worker house. We need another one of these. Got so many of these. So many people. Okay, right. So, run time on. They've got a nice tree outside their house. They are going to need some more nice decorative bits and bobs. So, planter there, and then you can have unique planters. You can have a pink one, and you can have, I know, that little couple of those red boxes are quite nice. There we go. Right. So, that can then have the workers in for this thing. And then that can have the workers in for the additional vegetable processing plant when we put one in over here. But we haven't got it in yet. Oh, they're going to take ages to build because it's got a chimney. How are we looking over there? 8 days. 7 days until Jute Day. It's going to be a joyous day. We waited years for that. And potentially, if they do hurry up, we might get another crop out of it as well, which would be quite good. But now here we go. They're going to take forever to build this because of the giant chimney. How high? Oh, it's going to be at least another two levels on top of this, look. It's going to take ages to build that. I don't think it's going to be ready by the time the jute field's done. But of course, I've got to harvest it. 5 days. I mean, which is going to be done first? Is a jute field going to be ready for harvest? Or are they going to finish the building where we'd like to make stuff out of the jute? I don't know. I think I'd put my money on the jute field being ready to harvest. I don't think this is going to be done. I thought it was going to, but no, I still think they've got another couple of levels until they've done the top bit. The crane's still there. The crane is still hanging around. They're not on the roof doing the rooftop down. Oh, there they are. They're on the roof doing the rooftop downs. Another layer goes on. They have to do stuff with that. Yeah, so more's going to go on, I think. So, yeah, there we go. It's taken a very long time. And I think the jute is going to be ready to harvest. Come on, just show us this. Please show us it's ready for harvest. And there we go. It has been literally, I think, 2 in-game years for us to get this sorted. So this is exciting. This is a good thing. I mean, look at that. They're already getting on it. They're already on it. They're still working on it. They're forever building that. It's just one chimney. Just get on with it. Yeah, I think they've got people lined up. They've got the machines ready. I think they're just getting people sorted to, drive the tractors and the trucks and everything else. I think they're just trying to get people ready. So, yeah, let's watch, shall we? Let's make sure they do get round to it. So, yeah, Dean Harrison. Oh, no, Harrison Dean, sorry. You've got 2 first names and it confused me. Isaac Stevenson and Harrison Dean. And there we go. They're on it. Oh, this is a brilliant thing. There we go. I don't know why you're not driving slightly further over. So, because you don't need to harvest this bit of road or that pole there, for example. But no, this is fine. There you go. So you can poodle around and look at that. Jute. We are getting jute. It's taken so long, but there we go. And this is also done as well. Right. So we can get 2 people. Okay. This can be textile house and also other I can't spell production roles. There we go, because that's a catchy name. And then yes, we need a couple of production people. Hang on a minute. Scroll. Isla Wilkinson, you can come in. And it's just the one of you. Brilliant. Okay, no, that's fine. Right, add another production line. And yeah, jute. Let's make jute fabric, please. All the jute fabric all of the time. There we go. So it's going to complain at the minute because it's going to say there's none of that around. And also, we don't need, I don't think, where is it here for now? Yeah, look, we don't need the jute over there because that's a waste of time. We don't need jute in that one. We need it here, please. So yeah, can we have jute? How much do we need? 600. So say put 1200 in. And they've got 2 runs worth of jute. There we go. So they can do that. We do need the extra person. Anybody good at making stuff? Oh no, it's not refreshed. Hang on a minute. Wait for it to refresh. Don't know when it happens. Oh, there we go. Now we've got options. Gabriel Owen. Textile house and also with the production roles. In you come, Gabriel Owen. Right. So now, finally, we're just going to monitor it at the top. So jute and jute fabric. There we go. I don't think I've ever said the word jute as many times as I have in this series. In fact, I might not have ever said it because I don't really know what it is. I don't quite know what jute is. From that appearance there, it looks a bit like a nettle. It looks like a nettly kind of a thing. I don't know. But yeah, we are getting a lot of it, look. 900, 400, 1,000, 900, 900, 900. So this is just many, many rolls of jute fabric. Every time just piling in. That's another 2.5 runs, 2.5 runs, 2.5 runs. When this is all done, it should keep the jute factory going for a very, very, very long time. Because this is an awful lot of product, isn't it? How is everything else doing? What? We're down to just 2 warnings. And one is that a machine is busy. And the other one is that we haven't got enough waste. Right. Wow. That's quite exciting. Can you buy waste? It seems like a slightly odd thing to buy, but can you buy waste? You can. For hardly any money. Let's just do that. There we go. Buy in some waste. And then maybe the warnings might go down to nothing. There's 1 warning, and that's the waste warning. But as soon as they've bought that in, that'll go away. Now it's up to 4. Boo, boo for your 4 warnings. Oh, it's all the things again. Not enough jute, not enough jute and waste. Again, the waste will go, and the not enough jute message will also go when they put it into some. So go, look, I've got loads of it. There's so much jute. Can we store some over here? Does it go into here? Where does jute get stored? Is it in here? Hang on, available. Oh, hang on, we haven't upgraded that. That's a shocker, isn't it? Hang on, upgrade that thing, absolutely. Yeah, where does jute... Does it go in these, I assume? Jute... Oh, it does. It goes in a regular warehouse, not a barn. I'm not quite sure what the difference is between all those, but okay. So... Oh. And hang on. No warnings. We've got no warnings at all. Oh, that's not happening. They're okay. Okay, some's come back. Oh, we're out of fish meat again. Good grief. But okay. So these guys over here, are we now getting... Is there some jute in here? Have we got jute? Hang on. Available. There is... Oh, there's no jute in there right now. There's none in there right now. But we'll keep an eye on it. We will see if they put some jute in. I mean, again, I know it's labouring the point, but this has taken a long time. This has taken a very long time. And we had to change the plan, of course, because we were initially making organic jute, which turned out to be a complete logistical nightmare, and I'm not a big fan of how they've done the organic stuff in this game. I think the previous version of the game, so Farm Manager 2021, was a little bit more forgiving with that. It seems very fiddly and complicated. You can't just buy the seeds in either. You have to make your own seeds to make your organic stuff, and it's just a bit of a faff, isn't it? So, yeah, we changed that plan. So we start making the organic, or trying to grow the organic jute, so we could make organic jute fabric, whatever it is, and then we just gone for regular jute, which should be okay. I'm still not quite sure why we haven't got it moved over, because there is an awful lot of it around somewhere. Is it clogging up the farm owner's house? Oh, botherations. Okay. A lot of carrots are going to expire in less than 5 days. Okay. Right. We need to do something about the carrots. Hang on. I keep pressing the wrong buttons. Right. Auto trade. Carrots are purchased until 1,000. Sell above... I don't know, how many do we get out of a greenhouse? I don't know. 4,000. There we go. That might have to do. We'll see if that's okay. So we might sell a decent amount of carrots, possibly. And then, yeah, hopefully that should then go away. And hopefully someone can go and tend to the diseased strawberry field. Ah, but look. Here we go. Are we going to finally make some jute fabric? I think we might. And come on. Have we got enough jute? We have got enough jute in there, I think. We've got, they keep piling it and they're lobbing it in through the doors. And there we go. We've got weirdly 150, even though you're supposed to make 175 each time. That doesn't make any sense, game. Why is there 150? It should be 250, should it not? And now I've got 200 lots, unless I immediately took some out. 350. Oh no, yeah, it would be 350, not 250. Massive pinch. Right, 350 lots of the jute fabric. And is it in a fit state for us to check the price? No, it's down here at the minute. It's down there. But eventually, yes, it will shuffle its way through to here. And then we can check the price. Got a lot of products here that I thought maybe we would have sold by now. But okay. Yeah, like sort of milk and carrots and various other things that maybe we might have sold a few of those. But, and yeah, like honey and eggs and things. We should really be getting rid of those pretty quickly. But okay. However, down here I can see that our jute fabric is here and it's in demand. It's got a plus 5% demand thing on it, which means jute fabric, 14,221 farm manager monies at long last. We've done it. I keep doing that wrong. We've got it sorted. So do you know what? Set up the trade, get rid of that, sell above 0, and that is it. There we go. Jobs are good, and it took a long time. It took many years, but we're now selling jute fabric. And I think with that turn... do you know what, actually? We shall check on how the plum harvest is going. It says harvest in progress. I think that should be done. I'm fairly sure that should be done. So maybe they're making their way back from the field to a warehouse with all the plums? Yes, I think that's the case, because here we've got 9,700 plums, and over here we've got 77,000 of them. So yes, they must be in transit, going back to a warehouse or whatever. That's quite a lot, isn't it? And we are going to auto trade those away. And oh, look at that. I was going to say, do you know what? It'd be quite nice if we could just, tick time on a little bit until we made over 30 million farm manager monies. But we've gone past that. And in fact, now we're on 31.2 million, I imagine because we just sold an awful lot of delicious, tasty, lovely people's farm plums. So let's have a quick check of that. Not enough space. Flax. Oh, building malfunction. Malfunction in one of your buildings? What? How do I... Oh, we've never seen that before, I don't think. Have we seen a malfunctioning building? Okay, renovate it for 7,500 monies. And the jalapenos will expire, but that's okay. We just buy them back in and they can get turned into compost and we'll sell that on. Okay, the flax field over here. We need 15, so nearly 16,000 more space in a barn. for flax. Okay, that barn is looking... That barn's looking okay, actually. Could we up... Hang on, 1530... hang on, 15,000, 35,000. Do you know what? Could we put 25,000 flax into there? And, okay, that's full. That's a hemp one. That's a sunflower one. That's a sunflower one. That's a hemp one. That's a flax one. That's a varied one. So, okay, 25,000 in there. Should that then fix that? I can only fit 5,000 into there. And then over here, there's nothing in that one. Yeah, flax. Put 15,000 into there. That should sort that out. That should fix that, unless that field's too far away from the barn. Now, that barn covers all that. That should be okay. There we go. I think that should sort that out eventually. They'll move it around, I think, in due course. Right. Okay, I think with that done, we will wrap things up for now. I think that's gone quite well. I'm quite happy with that. Oh, hang on. What's the thing here? Oh, apart from our lack of fish meat, which I thought we'd sorted out with our little sort of thing over here, but maybe we haven't. Maybe that's just not enough. Okay, no. Right, hang on. Just before we finish things up, we are going to try to rectify the matter by putting in another one and another one there of the fish farms. And then we'll get some more of those in. Because, yeah, there's only 2 people in there. So if we get another 2 people working in here, that should be quite good. And then maybe that'll stop the fish shortages. Also, we should have plenty of room for the flax. Hopefully that'll go away when we reload the game next time or whatever. But yeah, I think once this is done, we'll finish things up. But when we come back next time, I think we should look at those little sort of other pond things, the cultivation ponds, because they could be quite interesting. We could get quite a few of those in to allow us to then have other things being made over here. We could get, say, the sashimi sushi stuff, whatever it was. Oh no, hosomaki, wasn't it? We get the hosomaki stuff, the little sort of rolls, the sushi rolls. And then we saw the, whatever it was, the shoots, the plant shoot things. We could look at those as well. I think that could be quite an interesting thing, because I don't think we've seen anything like that before in Farm Manager, not that we've played before. So yeah, that could be quite fun. Fish and also production, maybe. Ollie Davis, in you come. And over here, hire our final person of the day. And, oh, who's it going to be? Fionn Gill. And there you go, you into there. And, hang on, so what did we have? Carp and... Did I not set that one up? Oh, I put somebody into it and then didn't give them any fish. Good. I wonder how many people have pointed that in the comments by this point. Lots of people are going, yeah, Ben, do you know that fish thing you set up? You hired a person. No fish in there. So they've had a very cushy life. Reuben Wilkinson. Oh, they've had a splendid time. Just dossing about, not doing anything. Hang on. So that was trout. So, I mean, we could just make this trout again, could we? Could we do that? Are we going to do another one of those things at the other end? Oh, crikeys, we're going to need another one of these silos as well. Hang on a minute. It's a bit of faff. Oh, that's a gas tank. No, not a gas tank. A small silo, please. Pop that there. And what does it need? Oat and lupine. Okay, we can sort that. That's okay. That one there. And that one there. Right, so 1,000 in there. 1,000 in there. Lovely. And then let's get the actual fish in, shall we? So yeah, that's trout. So we'll have a load more trout in here, please. So there you go, 50. That's fine. So that's another 50 trout. And the trout eat the first 4 things. So bop, 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 bop. Very nice. That's easy. And then over here, we want carp, please. So buy all of the carp. And then over here, buy, and we've got enough. There you go. So we can get straight in, 50 maximum amount. And then the carp have, yeah, those ones there, like in a T-shape sort of a thing. Like that. And lovely. Okay, and are they near enough to the barn and the warehouse and everything else? I think they should be just. Okay, over there is pushing it a bit, but we should be okay. So hopefully that will then, by the time they get up to speed and get the fish and all that kind of stuff, by the time that's all sorted, we should be able to provide enough fish to keep all of our other things ticking over. Okay, right. And with that done, he says, now pausing time, using spacebar, of course, so nothing else can happen. I think, we'll wrap things up for now. But we'll come back next time and look at that cultivation pond, because that could be quite a fun thing. And then also, maybe, once we've looked at that, we could potentially think about just trying to get in the, whatever it was, what was it? So we need to get in one more medium cow shed, and then 2 pigsties, because we haven't got any pigsties in, so we could look at that as well. Then that might be quite a good thing, just to make sure we've got a full complement of animals. And also, if we do that, we can complete the training, and then that's a big thing out of the way, isn't it? We've done the training, don't need to worry, it's all sorted. That's another thing that we can tick off and say, we did that, we completed the training, and that's finished. So we'll look at all that kind of stuff and probably more bits and bobs as well when we come back next time. Hopefully you are still enjoying this. If you are, please do leave a like. That would be most marvellous indeed. And also, if you're not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with how we get on here next time out in Farm Manager World. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I'll see you next time. We found a whale. Pandas. Hello, panda friend. Oh, you're adorable. Good deer. 2 deer. Penguin, penguin, penguin. Peacock. Oh, we've got an owl. We've got manta rays. Parrots. And there we go. Beavers. Yay. Yes, it was an eagle. It's a turtle. We've got a narwhal. We've got frogs. I love this.